Hello everyone and welcome back to English and Beyond. I'm CJ Roy and in today's class we will learn about the uses and usage of simple past tense, and I will explain to you with examples, and towards the end we will be doing a quiz as well to test if you have understood what was explained in the simple past tense. So without wasting any time, let's get started with today's topic. Yes, when and why we use simple past tense. First thing, completed actions in the past. Whenever we speak about some action which was completed in the past, we generally use simple past tense. So there are a few examples. When you go through, you will understand how it is being used here. I finished my homework last night. This is a past action. So the word used is last night. Whenever we use yesterday, last night, time adverbs here, then we use in the simple past. I finished my homework last night. She went to the market yesterday. She went to the market yesterday. Go, went, gone. V2 form of the verb go. She went. I finished, finish, finished, finished. V2 and V3 are same, but this is simple past, so we have used here V2, the second one, finished, and went V2, the second one. Next is we had a great time at the party. So this have, had, it could be used as a main verb as well as an auxiliary verb in the perfect tenses. When we come to perfect tenses, I will explain that. But here it is used as a main verb. So we had a great time at the party. So it could be used as an auxiliary verb as well here. They read the book last week. They read the book. The verb is read, and the spellings in all the three forms are the same, R-E-A-D. But the first one we say read. V2 form we pronounce it as read. V3 also read. So it should be read, read, read. So they read the book last week. So read, subject they, and then read V2. Simple past tense. And the next example is he washed his car this morning. He completed his action of washing this morning. He washed his car this morning. Wash, washed, washed. It's a regular verb. But then we are using the V2. You need to understand this very clearly. After the subject, the V2 form is used in the simple past. So V3 also looks and sounds and spelled the same way. Washed, washed. But now we are learning tenses, and now we know clearly that in the simple past tense, after the subject, we always use the V2. Write, wrote, written. Remember our example. So wrote here. So here finished, wrote is V2. So this washed must be, it has to be V2 form. She submitted the report before the meeting. Yes, submit, submitted, submitted. So regular verb here. But we have used the V2 form, right? So subject plus V2 form. That is the format. Next, a series of events in the past. When we speak about a series of events that took place in the past, we normally use simple past tense. For example, here, he woke up, ate breakfast, and went to work. So this is a series. First waking up, then eating breakfast, and then going to work. So he woke up, ate breakfast, and went to work. Next, I went to the store, bought the groceries, and returned home. So series of actions, one by one, in sequence. So all these actions we used in the simple past tense. Next, they went to the cinema, watched a movie, and had dinner. It's a series of action, all V2 form. She invited her friends, baked a cake, and threw a party. So this is in order, a series of actions in the past. Next is we traveled to the beach, took some photos, and enjoyed a picnic. Traveled, took, enjoyed. These are all V2 forms we used in the simple past tense. And the last one, I found my shoes, took my keys, and left the house. So find is the root form V1, found V2. So first I found my shoes, and then take, took, taken. I took my keys, and then leave, left, left, V2 form, and left the house. So whenever we describe a series of events in the past, we generally use simple past tense. These are examples of such usage. Next, when we speak about habits or repeated actions in the past, we use simple past tense. For example, I went to the gym every morning when I was younger. So that used to happen in the past. That was a habit with me when I was younger, not now. So what is happening right now in the present, we need to use simple present. This was my habit in the past. So we say, I went to the gym every morning when I was younger. He drank a cup of coffee before work every day. That was his habit. Before he starts his work, he used to drink a cup of coffee. So he drank, drink, drank, drunk. V2 form of drink is drank. So he drank a cup of coffee before work every day. She visited her grandmother every Sunday. On Sundays, she used to visit her grandmother in the past. So she visited. Subject she plus V2 visited. They watched movies on Friday nights. That was their habit. On every Friday, they used to watch. So simply we can say they watched movies on Friday nights. I walked my dog in the park every evening. That was my habit. I used to take my dog for an evening walk in the park. So I walked my dog. Walk, walked, walked. V2 form. So that is habits or repeated actions in the past. Next, actions with time expressions here. So, for example, they heard the news yesterday. So, yesterday, you see that blue ink. Yesterday is a time expression, a specific time. So, whenever we use yesterday, the word, we normally use simple past. They heard the news yesterday. I went to the doctor last week. So, last week is an adverb of time. Last week. We had a meeting 2 days ago. We had a meeting 2 days ago. And she met her friends on Monday. She met her friends on Monday. He made a call this morning. He made a call this morning. I sent an email last night. So we used the they, I, we, he, she, I with heard, went, had, met, made, sent as V2 form, past form. Remember, why did we use at the end of each sentence here? You would find a time expression, a word or a phrase showing time. So first we have yesterday, last week, 2 days ago, Monday, this morning, last night. These are time expressions. So whenever we have this kind of time expressions used in a sentence, we generally use simple past tense. We have past facts or past status in the past, how something used to be. So, for example, here, he lived in New York for 5 years. So, he lived in New York for 5 years. So, time period 5 years. He lived. He lived in New York. Live, lived, lived. Second one. That is V2 form. She was a teacher before becoming a principal. Now, was is an auxiliary verb here because we don't have a main verb coming next. So, she was a teacher before. So, remember my telling you about the auxiliary verb be. In the present is are. In the past was were. So, here we are using was. This is was. She was a teacher before becoming a principal. They owned a big house when they were younger. They owned. V2 form. I had a dog when I was a child. My parents lived in a small town before moving here. My parents lived in a small town. These were past facts. They were the truths of the past. Not now, maybe. It was in the past. He was a student at that school. I was a student at that school. So these are past facts, examples here. Let's move to the next one. Here we have narratives or stories. If we want to narrate something that happened in the past, if we want to tell a story, so those students who have story writing, as a part of their syllabus, then it's very useful. We use simple past. So let us see this one. Once upon a time, there was a dragon in the forest. There was. Is, am, are present. Was, where. Was is used with singular subjects, and where, W-E-R-E, with plural subject. The princess lived in a beautiful castle. It's a narration. The princess lived in a beautiful castle. A young boy set out to find a hidden treasure. Set out. Set. All three words are same. So here, young boy, that is he, third person singular. The princess, that is she. Okay, so the set out, which form is it? V1, V2, V3? It's V2. She found a magical bird that could sing. She found, find, found. Three forms. Second one. They walked through a mysterious forest on their journey. They walked. He discovered a mystery and solved it in the end. So what do you understand here? See, these are sentences which actually narrates or describes, or we tell a story. So when we tell a story, when we do a narrative, and then we need to use simple past tense. All right, then let us see some exercises here. See if you can get how many you can get correct here. Let's just go through these exercises. First one, dash, they dash a new laptop last week. So we are doing which tense? Simple past tense. So in brackets I have given not. So this is going to be a negative sentence, this one. And the verb is purchase. Purchase, purchased, purchased. So buy, bought. So not purchase. So what should be the answer here? This is simple past, not. So it's a question as well. This sentence is a question mark at the end. And I have given blank, that square there in the beginning. So what is missing there? What is missing here is the auxiliary verb. So in the past tense, which auxiliary verb do we use? Let us see. Yes, here we are. So it should be did. Did they? What should be here? Is it going to be purchase itself or purchased? What do you think? Yes, it is purchase, because not is there in the beginning. So did they not purchase a new laptop last week? And if you contract this one, did plus not, we should be saying, didn't they purchase a new laptop last week? See how it goes. Next one, they dash my bike's handlebar. The verb is damaged. And we are using simple past tense. How it should be? They, what is the past tense of damage? V2, damaged. But here I must say that I have not given that not word there, so it is understood. So it's a negative word. If it is, then it will be they did not damage. They did not damage my bike's handlebar. Next is speak. How it is going to be? Dash you, subject is you, dash you with the committee. Did you, what should be the next word? Speak. V2 form is spoke. Speak, spoke, spoken. So what it should be according to you? Speak, because did is already here. So naturally that speak, V1 form here done. So did you speak with the committee? It's a question. Next is not talk. So the first one will be, did you not talk? Did you not talk? The talk will remain as it is, because we have the auxiliary verb in the beginning, did. And the next one, dash she from Paris last month. Did she arrive from Paris last month? Did she arrive from Paris last month? And the sixth exercise is not a notice. Notice is used here as a verb. So how it should be? I, the subject is I. Doesn't matter in the simple past tense. All subjects, doesn't matter. Whatever the subject, the verb format will be the same. That is the advantage of simple past. So it should be, I did not notice anything strange near the park. And the seventh one, stand is the word. So naturally did will come. Did he, subject is here. Did he stand? Did he stand on the table all day? That's the question. And finally, we have not win. It's a negative question it is. So did our soldiers not win, won. So which one should we use? V1, V2, win or won? It is win. Why win? Because we have the auxiliary verb did. So we need to change into the root form. So did our soldiers not win the battle? So these are some of the exercises. And I'm sure those who were listening intently to what I was speaking, perhaps you got all of them right. My dear learners, let me just tell you one thing here, very specific. Even if you don't understand the you and why and when we use these tenses, I want you to take my word for granted and just learn the structure, the format. Each tense when we learn, please learn how a sentence is framed in a particular tense. Even if you don't understand why you should be framing like this, or when and where we should be using this one, doesn't matter for the moment. You will slowly understand as you progress in your learning journey. You will understand when and why you should be using all these things. Initially, I want all of you to be very careful about learning this, the correct structure. Which form of the verb is used with which subject in number and person, singular, plural, first person, second person, third person, and which form of the verb. How the verb keeps changing. This is what you are expected to learn. And whatever may be, or whatever happens, it is imperative. If you are eager to learn English, you understand the tense format. So I hope you know the importance of these things, and accordingly, you will give your whole mind and heart, soul to learn tenses. Well, that's all for today. I'm sure that you enjoyed this class. You understood, you were able to learn something today about simple past tense. And if you found it helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel English and Beyond. And don't forget to tap the bell icon so that you will not miss our next English lessons. Until we meet again in the next video, keep learning, keep practicing, and keep growing with English and Beyond. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.